my team at GAF Nairobi decided to, help 400 mothers with diapers, buckets, wet wipes. And we had got some formula milk, which we've donated to the hospitals, because the hospital end up with a lot of kids that are abandoned. And the children that are abandoned, they require the formula. Here we don't have a breast milk bank. I know we have one in Pumwani. So I think in future we'll probably think of getting porridge so that the mothers can continuously have their milk supply for the children. Of course, we encourage breastfeeding for the health of the children. But today it was just to celebrate Mother's Day, and you can see that there is a huge need. Here in this hospital we needed over 200 for just this one facility, but we only had 100 allocated to Mama Lucy, and then we're going to Pumwani, and we're going to a few other facilities within Nairobi. So it's our fund is not enough, right? And I think we have to look at how we can support the new mothers beyond Linda Mama, because when they leave here, in our olden days we used to have diapers, nappies, and now it's diapers. Diapers are very expensive. We've given 80 pieces of diapers per mother, but they're very expensive. So it's just to celebrate Mother's Day with mothers. There was one mother who actually has one child of 6 at home and came here, and she has twins, girl and a boy. And just by giving her that bucket and 2 buckets and diapers for her 2 children, she started crying, and she said, "No one has ever given me a gift." And for me, that shows that we have so much work to do. We've got to be willing to share what we have. We've got to be willing to support the new moms, yeah. But in the same breath, I feel that we also have to educate our moms on family planning, and the government has also got to look into safe abortions. I know that we say constitutionally it's not allowed, but it is permitted if the doctor says the well-being of the mother is in question. And the well-being of the mother, the courts have pronounced themselves, is more than just the physical well-being. It's the emotional, it's the economical, the financial well-being of the mother. You find a situation where a 10-year-old girl defiled is made to give birth. It cannot be for the well-being of that child to have a child, or to be made to go through the whole pregnancy and labor. So I think as a country we need to ensure that we provide safe abortions, because what we're doing is post-abortion care, which is costing the government in excess of 500 million post-abortion care, and we can't save all the women who've gone through backdoor abortions. We can't save them. So we're losing a lot of young girls because we're not giving them the option for counseling and the assistance that they need to make that decision. I mean, a child cannot be made to go and become a parent. So as we celebrate Mother's Day, we have to also make sure that we protect the well-being of the mother or the would-be mother.
Yeah. Maybe to another story. Tomorrow the schools are opening now. Maybe what's your take as the Nairobi women representative? At least you have something to say on that.
Well, I think it's important that we try and get back to normal. I'm happy that the rains have subsided and we've got quite a lot of sun. We've still got a lot of people living in social halls. Of course, we had the demolitions that followed, and that led to a lot more people being displaced. The government has said they're going to give them money. I think we need to have a program. You see, we have a lot of people in Nairobi that don't even have gainful employment, and I think we need to have a program that casts across the counties so that we can actually be able to train our people and allocate them land up country and also farm inputs so that they can be part and parcel of the food security programs. We've got to look at the areas where we have gaps and what are the trainings that are required. A lot of people have fallen out of school because they've not been able to complete their education. How can we get them back into school so that they can complete their education and then get them gainful employment? Going back to school is important, and I believe that getting everyone that's been displaced back into normalcy is important. But of course, when we demolish all the houses along the river riparian end, we're going to end up with a lot of people not being able to be housed within Nairobi. It's going to be a housing crisis. So we have to also think about how many people want to go home because they came to look for greener pastures in Nairobi, and there are no greener pastures in Nairobi. How do we make them go home, and go home to what? Some people have land at home, but they don't have the money or the capability to get the inputs. So can we have, go home and we get the inputs, and then we buy your produce. So we can find a way to make sure that everybody is able to sustain not just themselves but also their families, and the economy of the country, and the food security.
Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day.
You don't want to talk to this one from the hospital?
Oh.
Yeah, let the hospital say something.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Helen. I'm the Nursing Services Manager. Today, we're just happy that our women representative service came to celebrate with our mothers. They were so happy. They have shown a lot of happiness with the gifts they've gotten. So we say asante to you, Mheshimiwa. And as you've seen, the hospital is really expanding. As the hospital expands, the number of patients are expanding. The number of deliveries are growing in. So we are here to say that we are also passionate about expanding the services in this hospital, about upgrading the equipment that are here with time. And we say thank you a lot to the government, because they've been holding our hand, because the government has been hearing our cry when we cry so much times, because we want to take care of our mothers especially. We also want to say thank you because the strike is over. It was not really easy for the mothers when the strike was going on, but we remained open as Mama Lucy when the strike was going on. We saved so many lives. Our IC also saved so many lives. So we want to say thank you, and we welcome our leaders to join us every time in Mama Lucy to make services better for our mothers. Thank you.
Maybe how many kids, how many new babies do you have?
Today we have new babies 64.
Oh.
Yes, just born tonight and today morning.
Should train
Yes.
for family planning.